Boreal Esports and Miraculous Gaming. We are in the first lobby already. We're going to play the first game on Overgrowth. This is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, a best of 7 all-kill format. Let's see what these guys are doing. Stream ready, stream ready. Go, go, go. Do it! Alright, if you are watching this live on Boreal Esports at Twitch, thank you for watching. Please consider leaving a follow. We will greatly appreciate it. And if you are watching on YouTube, well, don't forget to tune in next time. We have a clan war also on Sunday, February the 15th. But I'll give more details later because we are in game number 1. Once again, this is Miraculous Gaming versus Boreal, and starting in the bottom left corner of Overgrowth is our Protoss player. For Miraculous Gaming, it is Freesia. And his opponent, playing for Boreal, he is our purple Zerg in the top right corner. It is Carnage. Oh yeah, baby, PVZ. As we start things off, want to give a really big shout out to everyone who is already here watching live on the Twitch channel. Always greatly appreciate your trolling before the clan war starts. Even though I was the one singing ridiculous songs. But that's okay. It's alright. So we've got Carnage here moving in with a... I mean, this scout looks early, but it's in the regular timings. It's just that... Okay, it may be slightly earlier than usual. I missed the exact timing, but it looks like he got there under the 2-minute mark, which is pretty fast. And should be enough to block an eventual Nexus first. Oh my god, no, he'll squeeze it in. No! It's blocked. Well done. Well done by Carnage, who only delays it by a couple seconds, though. Meanwhile, all of this allowed him to take a... no, not a Nexus first, a Hatchery first of his own. Which is pretty fine and dandy. It's pretty alright. And let's see, is he going to follow this up with another hatch? He doesn't look like it. He doesn't have another... oh, he does have a drone. Yeah, the scouting drone could sneak in here. I messed those colors up. I thought it was Frieza heading for the third. No, it's going to be a 3 hatch before pool. There you go. And all of this will get scouted by Frieza. Of course. By the way, guys, I'm not messing it up. His name is really Frieza and not Frieza. Just in case, because the last time we played against Miraculous, I got some comments. People were saying, no, it's Frieza. It's Freesia. There you go. So Nexus first, it is for our Protoss player here, heading in a Cyber Core. The first gateway is already completed down here. Of course, the pool is down, so we are going to get a pretty standard beginning of game. It's really in the when we'll get to the mid-game transition that it'll get interesting. We'll see what tech path Carnage chooses. Of course, he started harvesting gas, so normally you kind of want to get speed at this point because you're really spread out. You don't really have the creep. You need fast units to spot probes on the map, to spot eventual proxy pylons, and I'm following this probe for this exact reason here in the middle right of the map. Probably going to drop a pylon down there in a few minutes. Still running on 1 gas is our Protoss player. Huh. That is interesting. Second gateway is in. Gateways 3 and number 4 are there as well. We should expect another gas coming in soon. Overlord Scout, let's see. Double Overlord Scout. One gets repelled, and it is going to be a... Well, this one is pretty... Oh, he turns back. No. He keeps going forward. He could spot these. These gateways, oh my god. He doesn't even know himself how how hard he wants to scout those gates. And he probably will. In fact, there's another gateway here. He's going to calculate 1, 2. There's certainly one in the main because he expanded first. 4, 5. This has to ring a bell. It has to ring a bell right away. He's not going to get the 2 other ones there. Maybe seeing a 6th would have been really good for Carnage. Oh my god, he's supply blocked. That's really not going to help. There's a pylon down here. There's another one at the bottom of the ramp here. There's already, what, how many? 18. Okay, no, that's not that bad. 18 Zerglings on the field. Speed is just about to finish up. And one of the pylons, at least, is going to get cancelled. There's a big warp in 4 Zealots here. And it's not going to stop. It's definitely not going to stop. Frisia has a good amount of gas piled up. There's another warp in here. Oh my god, the pylon wasn't denied. Oh, that is worrisome. Oh, that is really, really interesting. So the third is not really saturated. It's protected by a spine crawler, but still. So Zerglings sneak out. 20 in production. No, oh, there's the spine crawler here. There's a Roachborn on the field as well. Carnage is playing with his units, trying to delay as much as possible this attack. 3 queens at the natural. And you know what? Frisia, I think Carnage has this. 16 more Zerglings on the field, but there's, oh my god, that's an increasingly scary amount of Zealots here. And he's engaging. Transfuses go down. There's a good surround on all the units. This Spinecrawler helps quite a lot, but there's just too many. Oh, too many Zealots. So many of these Zealots are, like, almost dead, but not quite. And Carnage is desperately going to be waiting for the reinforcements here. 3 Roaches and 8 Zerglings only on the field. Drones are pulled. Or transferred to the third. I'm not really sure yet. He's going to attempt to save it. 5 Roaches are out on the field, or will be out on the field really soon. And Carnage just leaves the game. Frisia takes game number 1. A pretty fast game indeed. And yeah, you got to realize Carnage has had most of his Roaches popping out of the natural, which was under siege. And yeah, at some point, I really thought Carnage had this. He had, what, like 40 Zerglings? Over 40 Zerglings, and 20, at least 20 more on the way. But too little, too late. There were too many Zealots already out. And we're going to have, yeah, Boreal Esports. Yeah, I see the... Thank you guys. By the way, if you want to hit me on Twitter, at BRLKDium, I just tweeted, well, before we started. It's been about 15 minutes. If you want to go and retweet this, I would really, really appreciate, so that everyone can benefit from this clan war. That chant, though. And Nicky Boy says, you're not supposed to GG versus a 7 gate. Nah, as a Zerg player, I have to admit, it's quite true. So, Miraculous Gaming in the lead 1-0. Going to be raiding for the map choice. Of course, this is a... let me just double check. Double checking. Is it a best of 7 format? Because it could be best of 9. We've did this before. Okay. So there's a confirmation. Best of 7. All kill. All good. So Miraculous Gaming already 1/4 of the way to victory. I don't remember what was the score last time we played. It was in early December, I believe. I'm not quite sure. It was in or November. I have to check it out. I don't know if I'll have time to, though. So yeah, loser normally gets picked here. So we'll be waiting for the map selection of Boreal here, as I'm struggling to even remember how Facebook works. Damn it, come on. Doop 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 doop. I'm getting notifications from my daughter's kindergarten. I mean, Facebook is just way too big. It's not saying anymore. RIP. Rip Facebook. Nope, I'm not finding it. If anybody remembers, just drop it into the chat. I would appreciate. What was the score last time Miraculous and Boreal faced? And in the meantime, if you want to see our last clan war, if you missed it, we played last Thursday against Mexican team Ordo Equitum. And I co-casted with a very nice Mexican caster, Mythodia. And all 7 games, because of course it's not a spoiler anymore. I mean, I posted it everywhere anyway, the final score. It goes all the way to an ace match, really. It was an epic clan war, and all 7 games are up on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KDMTV, which I'm going to drop in the chat right now, because that's what I do. So all 7 games are up there. I'm going to post links from one to another, because I assume it's going to be a little hard to find them. And by the way, I already got comments about that. It's the last time I split all 7 games of a clan war. So I'm going to post this clan war too on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to split it. I'm gonna split it in 2 or maybe 3, depending how long it is, but not in 7. Like, it's too heavy and it's too much. Stream good to go. All right, it's too much of a hassle to coordinate. It's a lot of work. Most people don't realize how much work goes into editing videos. I'm running a also on that YouTube channel, I'm running a Let's Play of Divinity Original Sin. And honestly, I'm going to record for maybe like, what, 30 minutes? And then it's 45 to an hour of editing. It's really time consuming. Anyway, as we jump in game number 2, we're going to have this map is Secret Spring, and spawning in the bottom left corner is our Boreal player, another Protoss player. So we're gonna have a PvP here. He is our yellow Protoss. It is Mr. Spinol, and his opponent, of course, winner of last game for Miraculous Gaming. It is our green Protoss this time, Mr. Freesia. So let's see. Very interesting map. I always miss this. I was gonna say Sighting Spring again, which is not the case. It's not Sighting Spring. That was a comet. It is Secret Spring, and you've got this very intricate middle separation here. There is a set of rocks at the bottom and at the top, blocking the way right at the beginning of the game. And these are rock towers, and keep in mind, these are 500 HP rock towers, so they can get taken down pretty easily, even by a Zerg player who only runs 2 sets of links in the beginning of a game. Spinol not really worried. Crosses over, wants to take a peek at his opponent's base. So yeah, what I was saying here is that these gaps can get closed off really easily in the beginning of a game, and can delay some kind of an all-in or a one-base play, some kind. Which is, I believe, something Terrans could really abuse a lot. Like, stay on one base and get like Marines and Hellions and Widow Mines and just drop. Like, you close off the gap and you lift your units and just go to the base. He cannot follow you. He cannot counterattack. I still think this would be quite interesting, but I haven't seen that yet. Either way, it is a PvP we've got on our hands here. First Zealot out on the field for Freesia. There is a sneaky peeky pylon here at the top of the map here, and we'll see what Spinel does with that. It seems he's only going to use it as a warp-in pylon, because he's backing out with the probe. Zealot sitting here next to the tower will take a shot at the probe. Boom, boom! Mothership core completed for both players, I believe. No, there's no mothership core for huh. No mothership core for Frisia. He's got a probe out on the field. He's got a zealot and a stalker as well. Mothership core is completed for Spinol. I gotta say, I'm worried a little bit here because he's got. Oh my God, that's 50-second. That's a 50-second warp gate advantage here for Frisia, and that could be a crushing blow here. There is a proxy pylon, a warp-in pylon. That's going down in the main right now. Probes are pulled off the mineral line. He has to micro those, not lose them. Good job by Spinal. Still loses a few drones to that Zealot. Takes a lot of damage on the mothership core. Has to back it out. How many gates do we have? It's a 3-gate here. 3-gate stalkers. No other tech. No nothing. And it's a proxy robo. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Oh my God. Proxy robo it is, and Frisia comes back with those 3 stalkers, and I mean, he could outright win the game here before this robo comes into play, because Spino really doesn't have a lot of stuff. Only has 1 gate, a 2nd gate here. There is a Dark Shrine though. I missed the Twilight Council, so Dark Shrine it is. Has it been scouted? Has it been scouted? No, it hasn't. But I mean, this is probably the best situation for Frisia. This is the best he could have hoped for, because when the DTs come out, he's got this to warp in observers right on the field of battle. So, we'll see what happens. Phonon Overcharge will time out in a few moments. Remember, this still lasts for a whole minute. It's insanely long, and as I said, Frisia, yeah, he most likely will win the game right away here. I don't see how Spinol can really handle this. There's 4 stalkers and 4 zealots. Make that 6. And yeah, there's already an observer on the field. What the hell? Like, wow. No can do. DTs get denied, and this is game. There is no way, no freaking way Spinol can deal with this, and GG is called indeed. Frisia takes game number 2 and makes it 2-0 for Miraculous Gaming. GG. I don't know PvP enough to say if this was standard or not. I mean, it really looked like an all-in, and I do believe it was an all-in. I do believe it was an all-in. There's no way he could have come back from being pushed out and leaving the base, losing the robo facility. There's really not much you can do. But still, GG indeed here. We're going to be waiting for the map selection of Boreal. It is an all-in, but it's pretty standard. Okay, thank you. Still has the pylon cross map though and can warp across the map. Yeah, I think he just ran out of fuel. Could have warped in like 2 in the main, two in this main to protect, to defend, and 2 to attack, something like that. Thank you, Daizacro. Shameless plugs, anyone? Shameless indeed. That is totally shameless. I don't feel any remorse whatsoever. Alright, so Death Row is going to be the next player for Boreal. We're going to have a PVT. We'll see. Did he? Anyway, whatever damage he would have done. I mean, all I said was considering the fact that there wasn't supposed to be an observer with the army at that time. I mean, it was pretty sick. Pretty insane. What are you supposed to do with that, guys? Please teach me. Teach me PvP. What are you supposed to do with that robo facility? Are you supposed to warp in immortals? You get an ultra-fast observer just for safety and vision, and then you warp in a lot of immortals without only 1 defensive. Yeah, okay, so that's what you mean. Yeah, he warped 1 defensive. 1 defensive, 1 offensive. Oh, I missed that one. Sorry. Stream, go. Didn't see the offensive one. Me neither, Mr. Armageddon. Alright. As we jump in game number 3 on Vani Research Station. With once again another matchup. Here it is, guys. Let's go! Game number 3. Spawning in the top of Vani Research Station is our orange Terran here from Boreal Esports. It is Deathrow. And his opponent at the bottom of Vani Research Station is our Greed Protoss from Miraculous Gaming. It is Freesia, who won the last 2 games. And this is a sticky situation for Boreal. Losing here means the last player has to pull out a reverse all kill if a comeback has to happen. If a comeback has to happen. Which I mean is not unlikely, but it is going to be hard. I mean, Miraculous Gaming, they're an awesome team. They're really strong. They have a lot of good players. So, yeah. Deathrow, feeling the pressure here, kinda has to win this one. It's not over if he doesn't, but... And Freesia, I mean, he can do his thing. Won the first 2 games. Gave his team a nice lead. Now, bros, you just have to finish the job, he says, if he loses. But we'll see what happens. As he leaves the base, he is the first one going on the scout. Of course, there's no real searching for your opponents. This is a two spawn map. I messed that up, really. It is a 2 spawn map. Thank you. Freesia. Crossing the map in a kind of a weird pattern. I don't know if he popped this one himself. Is he? Yeah, he did. And it is to drop a pylon. There you go. I knew it was strange. This, yeah, and you see the standard way all the way on the left side. Deathrow is scouting here. I don't know if he'll see anything. Well, he will see that there is a pylon missing for sure. He has to realize that. There's only one here. So there is something up, and he instantly moves to his eventual expansion. Probably more for an expansion directly than scouting. As of course, this is a feature of this map. Both players having a very, very safe to ground attacks expansion. But weak versus air, and oh my god, he's going to scout it. The Reaper has to know, I mean, Deathrow has to know he scouted early enough to know there was a pylon missing. Something had to be up. And let's see what Freesia does. He's up to, he has to take a decision here. Does he let it finish, or does he cancel it and move on? Is there another unit here? He could attack the, oh my god, this is gonna be close. I don't think, if the Stargate finishes, there could be a second pylon gun down. Yeah, that's it. I mean, why not 2? Let's play the safe one. Probe will fall. And there is an Oracle being chrono boosted right now. It will finish. Stalker on the way. Will Freesia takes the right decision here, cancels one of the pylons, and will shoo off this annoying Reaper. And we'll have an Oracle soon out on the field. There is already a missile turret in both mineral lines, so you could expect this to not do much, honestly. I mean, I'd be surprised if he does a lot of kills with that, already taking some direct hit damage without even getting a kill. 3 Marines are out, 1 more. Maybe he'll get a kill here. Nothing's happening in Freezia's base. Meanwhile, there's no expansion either. So Deathrow, kind of far ahead here. Oh my god, there is a fleet beacon on the way. Are we gonna see some kind of carrier play? I really would like that. Or Tempest? Huh. And the mothership. This is what I hope for. He's doing... Oh my god. he could do it. He only needs a little bit more gas. Oh, please. Okay, it's a Tempest. Okay. I really would have liked it. I mean, I still think it would have been a bad build, but it would have been awesome. It's it's insane. This mothership, that would have been a like 8 minutes mothership. Stalker gets killed. Oracle will come, but doesn't defend, cannot do anything, and all these buildings here will be lost, and Frisia will lose an additional 2. Oh my god, so close, and he'll get the Oracle. Well, yeah, this is deep trouble for Frisia, our Protoss player here. Lands a Nexus here, but is behind by 20 supply at 7 minutes, at 8 minutes, I mean. Yeah, this is problematic. So what do? Drop 2 Stargates. He's already got the fleet beacon. I mean, this could work. He's got a safe expand here. Quite safe. And we know that because there's no starport yet. So there is no ability to drop as of yet. But Death Row moves out on the map. Doesn't have any upgrades. Just started Stim Pack. So this is not as frightening as it looks. Because there is a Photon Overcharge. There is also the ability to warp in some units, even though Frisia doesn't do it right now. He's only got 1 warp gate. It could be a problem. Does this get scouted? I think so. Yeah, the front lines get scouted. The 2 Stargates also get scouted. And, I mean, Death Row knows that this is a carrier. He comes back just to be sure, but this is definitely a carrier warping. And Photon Overcharge is landed by Mr. Frisia, while this Reaper here gets a lot of probe kills. He's got 4, will make it 5 definitely. And the Terran units still sitting in the front. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, this base is getting pretty saturated. And I'm quite surprised that we don't see Vikings being produced here. Considering we'll have 2 carriers, you really don't want to let the Protoss player get to a critical amount of carriers, as they can do some damage. If you didn't know, if you've never played Brood Wars, carriers are quite good, man. But this many Marines will plow through Frisia's base, will unpower both Stargates before the first few carriers come out, and GG is called. That was a weird game. I think I expected a weird game, and I got a weird game. Oh my god. And this weird game makes our score 2-1 in favor of Miraculous Gaming, as we will finally see another player step in and try to get a few more points up the board for Miraculous. 2 points away from a win here in our best of 7 all-kill format, Clan War. If you're just tuning in, this is Boreal versus Miraculous Gaming. Miraculous is ahead by 2-1. As we just witnessed probably the weirdest game. Weird but nice. Thank you, I'm getting messaged here. This game is weird but nice. And I guess that's the only way I could describe it as well. Okay, so let's just catch up the chat here. Proxy Tempest, that would have been, yeah. New meta, put it in the direct scout path and making think it won't be there. 440. Gideon, yeah, he was in 440. Okay, that's it. Gideon is from Quebec. Of course, he's Boreal. I don't think Gideon is from. Yeah, Murica. So we're getting invited to game number 4 here. And it is going to be... Oh, Nicky Boy. I think this is the guy we saw on on chat earlier. Stream good to go. Good luck, have fun. And the countdown starts. We're going to be jumping in game number 4 here. I hope you guys are enjoying this stream right now, because I'm having a lot of fun casting these games, even though they're weird. Game number 4 starts. We're going to be playing on Catalina this time, and spawning in the bottom right corner is our Boreal player, rocking the orange Terran. It is Deathbro. And his opponent, second player today for Miraculous Gaming, he is a Zerg player. It is Nicky Boy. Nicky Boy in the middle left position. 9 o'clock, as you could say. Will attempt to bring his team to a match point here, because it is 2-1 in favor of Miraculous Gaming, and Deathbro will attempt to even it up. So it is a very important game. Of course, I mentioned how the last game was important for Boreal. They were trailing 2-0. So of course, getting 3-0'd right from the start is definitely not the way you want to start it. But it's only half of the job. If Deathbro is to win this game, it would even up the clan war. Would be coming back to square one, and that would make for a very interesting end of this clan war. Deathbro. So none of our players are going over the top right now. Nicky Boy just gonna drop the hatch first here. Nothing surprising. Absolutely nothing surprising here. We've got a barracks and a refinery here for Mr. Deathbro, which lets us wondering what he's gonna do. Oh my god, is he gonna do a Reaper? Is he going to do a Reaper? I mean, the timing is nice anyway, so why not do it? Why not do it and get a full scout and pretty safe scout with the possibility to snipe a few drones here and there? Why not? Why not? And Reaper it is. Reaper on the way. Nicky Boy. That was a... Nicky Boy seems worried. I mean, this is not completely unorthodox of a pattern, of a scouting pattern. He sent his first Overlord in the middle of the map to scout eventual proxies, and then to the other side. But he'll scout his opponent last anyway. Will be there in time, though, just in time to scout the expansion right there. So he knows about that. And he saw the Reaper too. Deathbro saw the Overlord coming, so he knows exactly where to go. Let's see what this little Reaper will scout for Mr. Deathbro. Stutter stepping here for a few points of damage on this probe. Will get one eventually. There you go. Might stutter step to the other one. Gets two. No! Oh, almost missed. And this Reaper will make it out. Safe and sound. Did not get to the natural, but sees the creep, knows what's up. Sees the creep and saw the Zerglings come in as well anyway. So let's see here. We're only running 2 queens. We are getting, speed is on the way. Still harvesting gas with 1 harvester here instead of transferring it. That's, interesting. Interesting. It may speed up the transition into tier 2 once it happens without impeding the production or teching of Nicky Boy. So that's an interesting choice here. Meanwhile, Deathbro has a third command center on the way here, directly at the ramp. So scout me if you dare, buddy. Wow. That is quite interesting. Reaper still attempting to get some scouting information here.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, and barely gets sniped by the Queen. So this Reaper kind of paid for himself. I mean, there's 2 workers killed. He got plenty of scouting information. I don't believe he saw the speed coming, though. But considering he didn't see a lair and knows that there's an extractor. Probably clicked on it, so you can see what's the quantity of gas remaining in the extractor when you click on it. Knows that there is some gas stockpiled by Nicky Boy. Nicky Boy getting a second gas before Lair. That's really interesting. It is Roach Warren. There you go. Roach Warren is on the way. I'm just gonna stick here with this little scouting attempt here. That'll work. That will work, and he'll get an SCV snipe as a bonus. So this third command center has been scouted. Nicky Boy kind of knows now that he's in trouble because this third is quite late. And all of the ticking is also very late. There is no Evo chamber. There's 300 gas stockpiled. There's no Baneling's nest. There's no way to spend this gas right now. There you go. As the Roach Warren finishes, 10 on the field. So there will be an attempt at some aggression here by Nicky Boy. 12 roaches. But you know what? I don't think this will be trouble for Mr. Death Row here. I mean... Oh, still producing Marines, are you? To be completely safe, he wouldn't need a bunker, probably. Knows now that there are roaches on the field. Has to back those units up. He needs those. Oh my goodness. Oh, that is going to be trouble, though. He needed those units to attempt and delay the push, maybe. Doesn't have quite the ability to swap them into Hellbats yet. Those bunkers have to finish. The roaches are more than halfway to the ramp of Death Row. And let's see here if he has enough to hold this. The Zerg player has 91 supply. 46 army supply to 27. And let's keep in mind those Hellions won't do a lot of stuff here. But those two bunkers finish. There's another one. An ultra safe reaction here by Death Row. And Banelings, I thought there wasn't a Banelings nest, so this will detonate. The bunkers hold, though, for now. SCVs are pulled. He will succeed in sniping one of the bunkers. There are still Banelings here. Oh my god, they will detonate and do so much damage, but he needs another one. Not quite getting it in. Good game is called. Death Row holds. And, I'm not gonna say very comfortably, but because, I mean, I think this push was maybe 1 or 2 Banelings away from succeeding. And it could have been nasty. Really nasty. That was a very nice attempt, though, by Mr. Nicky Boy. So GG. Death Row wins game number 4 and ties up the score. It's 2-2. Between Miraculous Gaming and Boreal. Of course, if you're just joining in, I'm KDM. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. GG's. Indeed. Lost 2 drones to Reaper equal GG. That's definitely the reason why he lost. That's definitely. Hang on. Oh, the low gas prices. You guys are talking about the gas prices. What the hell? Hey, Zerk, what's up? It's been a while, man. Zerk, are you going to be at LAN ETS? I think so. I think I saw your name there. And we're pretty close. I think you're in the row behind me. I believe Dizakro says he has a Ling Baneling Roach all in. That is better. But I mean, it was a nice attack, and I mean, not gonna say anything about Nicky Boy, because it was an attack that was worth the attempt. But the reaction by Death Row was just perfect. And if you probably saw those bunkers also weren't really touching the wall, so he had a little gap to try and snipe some additional banelings while they were trying to hit the bunkers. And I was talking about the ultra safe bunker behind. If he doesn't have that bunker, it's a whole other story. And I mean, if there are like 3 or 4 additional banelings, like remove a couple roaches and add in some banelings, it's a whole other story. I'm telling you. Stream ready. So we're gonna be, oh, it's Armageddon from the chat. Another PVT, which is waiting on Armageddon. Death Row is ready. The stream is ready. Banelings were 20 seconds late. Is that why? Because of the Banelings nest? Because I didn't even realize you had a Banelings nest, Nikki. Until I saw them running up the ramp. It's not a bad, it's a bad execution. Yeah, I was just giving credit to Death Row, who, without overdoing his defense, he did the appropriate thing, and I mean, it could have worked, honestly. And it's not like a 1% chance, it's... Anyway, as we jump into a very important match indeed in this clan war. This is game number 5. It's Boreal Esports 2, Miraculous Gaming 2. Good look, have fun, says Armageddon, which was trolling in the chat earlier, which I allow. It is refreshing. He is our Teal Protoss player spawning in the top right of Deadwing here for Miraculous Gaming, and his opponent, winner of the last 2 games, the hero right now for Boreal. It is our Green Terran, Mr. Death Row. So both of these players going to try and give their team a match point until the end situation, which is the one and only... Yeah, that's a good question, and I'll explain why when we get the answer. So both players are cross positions, which normally leads into pretty long and epic games. But we'll see what happens here as Armageddon leaves the base first. And remember, there are only 2 possible spawn positions here. It is vertical and cross. You cannot spawn horizontally, so Armageddon knows that his opponent is not in the top left. But you guys, all of you should know that by now. Of course, as this map has been on the ladder for what, like 3 seasons now? I believe it. Yeah, since this summer? I think so. So, we'll scout vertically first. Won't find anything. Yeah, there's the gateway finishing. As well as the second pylon, but where is it? Oh, it's right here. My bad. Cyber Core, everything looks really normal. Death Row going for the Reaper opener. Of course, it's a big map. You want to get as much scouting ability as possible. The Reaper provides that without really delaying your tech in any way, shape, or form. Am I on the right overlay? Yes, okay. Death Row going to drop the 1 Rax expand here, moves out with the Reaper. Armageddon, of course, as I said, I mean, he scouted the bottom right position, knows where his opponent is, doesn't really have to scout. And he could drop a sneaky pylon here, and I think he will. Or maybe not, he got an expansion. My bad. That might not be his plan. But he will see the expansion of Death Row, will try to go ahead and harass the SCV building it. I mean, it's a long way from being completed. There is no Marines to be seen. And I mean, this SCV will fall. It'll fall. There you go. So that's first blood going the way of Armageddon here. Death Row. And I mean, this is costing a lot. I mean, there's the repair cost. There are two SCVs not mining right now because of this annoying probe. So yeah, I mean, and the scouting will not be as successful as last game for Death Row. He barely saw anything of interest. He saw, I mean, one gas building, but you assume there's the other one because there's a stalker on the field, and he saw the expansion. Well, yeah, at least he didn't miss anything, but he doesn't know, right? He doesn't know. So there is a Twilight Council being added on. I don't believe that has been scouted. It was, yeah, it, oh my god, he missed it barely, or he got there way too early. Either way, he doesn't know about it. Twilight Council almost completed here. We'll see if he wants to go for some kind of blink play, which is quite popular on this map because there is a very large area here all the way around this place here, all the way to the main that you can rest, and it is blink, which I'm not really surprised of. And we get to this point in the game where players will choose where their third will be. No third command center yet for Death Row, who is supply blocked slightly here. That will be resolved in a few seconds. There we go. First Marauder out on the field as well. What do we have? Oh, concussive shells only completed in a few seconds. No stim yet. No combat shield. Oh, that's okay. That's because he got plus one first. I mean, oh my god, losing my English here. Help me. Two gateways added on by Armageddon. Chrono boosting blink. There's a little squad of 6 Marines. Make that 6 Marines and 2 Marauders here crossing the map. 2 Marines will encounter this probe and will prevent it without killing it, though. Preventing it from accessing the main and the natural. I mean, I don't think anything can happen here, really. Photon Overcharge is available. He'll have 2 before this attack even starts. 4 Stalkers are on the field. Photon Overcharge is cast down. Concussive Shells, though, goes to town. Nice target firing by Armageddon to snipe the first Marauder. Second one gets a few hits, but not enough to get the third Stalker. So this only costs 2 Stalkers and a Photon Overcharge, which is energy, which is basically free. And meanwhile, there is a 3 Stalker Warpin on the other side of the map. This is quite well defended as well. Not really too much to worry about. There's a third command center that has gone down. Both players are on pretty even supply. Harvester-wise, Death Row is ahead, and not only because of that, but because of the mules as well. You see he's getting a lot more minerals than his opponent, but the engagement comes and the SCVs are pulled out of the mineral line. Repair is effective enough to prevent any additional aggression here. Death Row has to be careful not to get supply blocked here. This bunker has to be repaired. Death Row a little undecisive here, does not know whether or not to keep this SCVs out on the map. Blink forward from Armageddon, and it's the engagement here. Critical situation for Death Row. Only has 1 Marauder. Plus 1 has been completed though, so he does quite the damage. This second bunker here finishes, is getting slightly repaired. Just enough for Death Row to snipe the Zealots. But is it enough? Armageddon still at 55 army supply. Blinks forward once again. 2 Marauders this time, slowing the Stalkers. 1 gets surrounded. That's really great engagements by Death Row, but so much pushing power from Armageddon here, and Death Row will be falling back to hold at his ramp. Armageddon could blink forward here, I think. 3 Marauders though. There's a few Marines here not doing anything. That's definitely not what you want, but is Armageddon overcommitting to this? He snipes one Snipes one of the Marauders. There's a Widow Mine burrowed here. Not sure Armageddon knows about it just yet. But he certainly will, as these zealots will get softened up very soon. There you go. Not defending anything. Nice focus firing. No more Marauders here for death row. SCVs are pulled out of the line again as the only medevac gets sniped. Nice blink micro by Armageddon here to try and get the snipes of as many units as possible, and I think this is going to be it. Death row down to 20 supply. GG's out, and Miraculous Gaming takes game number 5 with Armageddon. And a pretty nice blink attack here. Game number 5 going the way of Miraculous, and I think this is the first real action-packed game we've had tonight. This is very, very interesting for me to cast. I really like it, even though my voice already starts slamming the door. I'm out of here. I think I'm gonna go get some water. I may have time. Just gonna confirm with the admins here that I can sneak my way out of the stream for just 2 minutes to get water. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Bum, 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 bum. Oh! The hell? Okay, we are back. We're back. Just gonna tell the guys I'm ready again. And I see you guys. You guys are talking about the last game, Nicky Boy versus Death Row. And I haven't been invited to a lobby yet, I believe. Nope. So we're still in the decision for the map. So Daizekro asks Nikki if he saw his third CC or if he all-in blindly. Of course, that was game number 4. I didn't see it, but I knew 1 gas plus no starport equals 3 CC, like 95% of the time. And he says about the drone and gas that it lets him react, which is, as I said, yeah, that's was kind of what I meant by. Okay, I said it was interesting. I remember that, but it allows him to get an earlier lair if he decides to do so. I think. And correct me if I'm wrong. Like, if you have to stay on 2 bases, it means that when you take that decision, you're, instead of having like 0 gas, you have like 50 or 70. Hey, Crashing Berries, what's up? It's been a while. You as well. I saw Zerk earlier on. I think both of you are going to be at Line ETS, I think. Hopefully for StarCraft and not League of Legends. Even though there's a 10k prize pool, eh? I don't know if you guys saw the prize pools for Line ETS. These guys are insane. That's basically the reason. Cool. I should try that. I should probably try that. Especially like in Diamond, Platinum Diamond, because I'm Platinum right now just because I haven't played. At LAN ETS for StarCraft 2, yeah, swords. I hope so, man. 3.5k, $3,500 for StarCraft 2 this year, which is quite awesome for, let's be honest, a game that has lost popularity, even here in Quebec. They're really awesome with us. Restarting StarCraft 2 for that, and Legacy of the Void, yeah, of course. Sempro is near too, yeah, I know. I know. We're all Boreal people now. All right. So we have a game number 6 on our hands here. Let's see if we're going to be able to hit a second ace match in a row. Which would be awesome. And I saw the comment about the LAN ETS prize pool. I'm going to comment on that probably after the stream, I think. So, once again, jumping into game number 6, Armageddon asked about the score, and Simon doesn't know. Man, I love this. I love this. You guys, I hate you for not following the freaking... And last time, if you guys saw the last clan war versus Ordo Equitum, it was the ace match. It was 3-3. Everything was on the line, and both players come in the game not knowing what's the freaking score. And I mean, come on. Please. Please. So for the benefit of everyone, it is Miraculous Gaming 3, Boreal 2. And spawning in the bottom left corner of Overgrowth is our Boreal player, spawning as the Red Zerg. Thank you, Mike Ross. It is Mr. Simon. Simon, huh? Simon. That rings a bell. Let's see. And spawning in the top right corner, playing for Miraculous Gaming as our blue Protoss, it is Mr. Armageddon. Winner of last game. And possible party crasher for Boreal if he succeeds in winning against Simon. Hang on here. Yeah, that's... Okay, I think that's who I think it is. I'm not sure, though. Huh. Not gonna spread any rumors yet. So, Simon successfully sneaks in the hatch here, right in the face of this silly probe who thought he could block off the hatchery from going down. Let's see, Armageddon. Is there a force? There is. So he has an attempt here. Not an attempt, but I mean, he has an opportunity to kind of throw this off. Is he going to do so, though? Simon doesn't know about it if he does. Fake's coming back from the mineral line, and now Simon has to scout this. He just has to. He has to go around, right? He doesn't. Oh, that could have been a nice cannon rush. Probe gets killed, though. Huh, workers killed number 1 here as First Blood goes the way of the Zerg player. And Armageddon, instead of going for an all-out cannon rush at the natural here, will play safe, gets 2 guesses after the Nexus, first gateway, and photon cannons are down. A little drone transfer here as third hatchery has been put down as well. And this is exactly what you expect from this kind of ZVP. I mean, the caster doesn't talk and goes out, gets lunch. I mean, I have, what do I have, like 7 or 8 minutes? I can run to the convenience store, get a beer, come back before anything happens in this game. Unless Armageddon proves me wrong. Unless he proves me wrong, and this Zergling will run. Oh, nice awareness here by Simon, spotting this little blue dot on the minimap. This probe will get targeted, and well, maybe not sniped, but there are 2 Zerglings now running after it, so it'll get sniped eventually. Eventually. What do we have here? 2 guesses at about 42 supply. This is the very old, I mean, this is eons old. This is like very early Heart of the Swarm build. Should eventually lead us into roaches. Eventually. Should. And I'm saying this just because there's no lair yet. That's kind of weird. No third gas either. Oh, there you go. Gas Evo chamber here. Great vision, by the way, by Mr. Simon here. Just doesn't see the most important piece right now. This Stargate spawning an Oracle, which will go through unnoticed as it spawns. Look at this. Oh my god, he barely... I don't think he saw that. I don't think a human could have seen that. I mean, we know it's coming, but he cannot know. So he doesn't even see the Stargate yet. He sees no third. He knows that something's up. And boom, there you go. There's a Zealot here. Mothership Core is out. And there's an Oracle as well. Queen will go down, as will a few probes. And what do you know? This hatchery is under attack. Few more drones going down. This Oracle has 10 kills, 11 now. Are they all drones though? Almost. Almost all drones. So that's a very good aggression coming from Armageddon here. Still, Simon is in the lead, harvester-wise. Just doesn't quite have the full saturation going yet, as some of these drones are still transferring, but you'll see that that will even up pretty quickly. Speed has kicked in for those Zerglings, as we see Glial Constitution and +1 attack as will come in from the Boreal Zerg player here. What do we have? Don't we have a... I would have expected we'd have a second Evo Chamber by this time. Simon getting a cancel on this eventual third base from Armageddon, canceling a pylon as well. Armageddon is getting +1 attack for ground units. There are... that's gonna be a nice mix of units. Void Rays, Immortals, and Gateway units. That's what, like... Oh my goodness. And Simon gets pushed back. We'll see the gateways just because of this stalker attacking. I mean, he's not even controlling it. He just sees them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gates. Void Rays, Immortals, and it's coming. It's going to be all in. I don't think that really there's a third coming with that. That's nuts. I mean, how can you support that? I'm not sure. But we'll see. Simon, 58 harvesters versus the 49 of Armageddon. Not quite ready to saturate the third yet. Not quite. Still invests a lot in defense here. Photon cannon not quite finished yet. And we'll be able to deny that. No anti-air though, so this Void Ray will go to town on the roaches as prismatic alignment is popped for basically no reason though. I mean, yeah. We'll see. Simon comes back. If he has to attack, it's exactly right now. As this prismatic alignment goes on cooldown. Oh, the nice, gigantic surround by those Zerglings in the back. There's enough DPS to deal with them, though, as nice force fields were landed in the front of the of Simon's army, preventing any attack. There's a lot of Zerglings, though, here. He has enough to deal with them, but he lost a lot of units, and I mean, oh my god, he's gonna lose a lot more. This is way stronger than I thought by Simon. He had, very likely had more Zerglings than even what I saw. Still, that's 70 units killed by Armageddon to the 20 of Simon. But if you, yeah, there you go. If you see the units lost tab, that makes exactly even. And now Simon is ahead. Not for long though. So basically, oh my god, I just saw these. Oh my god. So basically both of our players traded very evenly right now. Even though in an economic fashion right now, the trades have been going the way of Simon. Definitely. Sniping a lot of sentries, preventing this third the first time, and now getting a fourth. I mean, all the action is happening on the Protoss side of the map. And that's really what you want when you're a Zerg. You definitely don't want the action to be on your end of, on your creep, on your side of the map. So Oracle here comes back for another go. These mineral lines are very well defended though. Not much could happen. Okay, reveal is used here, not on the army, but he sees. Let's see exactly what he sees right now. So not much. Has a glimpse of the few production facilities here, but that's it. So we've got a nice, big and strong DPS heavy army. Not quite safe to move out on the map, I think, right now. 30 seconds away still from muscular augments, as this could be. It really could have turned out to be worse for Armageddon here, for Boreal Simon here, as the force fields could have split his army in half, and with those slow Hydras, it's really hard to come back from such a thing. But muscular augments kicks in. There's a Robo Bay just now completing for Armageddon, so very late Colossi will come out on the field, and that's the units he needs right now. With this many high DPS units, such as Hydras, high DPS but weak, you really need the Colossi splash damage here. So +2 is on the way for the Protoss player, who is trailing hard in supply right now, 182 to 130, and losing it. The army, not the whole army, is attacking. Prismatic alignment is popped, but it's not going to be enough. This Void Ray will get sniped. Oh my god, there is a time warp that has been popped, but it's not enough, and it's still 16 Hydralisks in production. I don't think Armageddon can do anything about this, and Simon will force the ace match here. There you go, that's it. Blink Micro, I mean, it is a nice little micro here by Armageddon. He's trying really hard. There's just too much DPS here by Simon. And the first Colossi is on the field. First Colossus. I don't think it's going to be enough. Then there you go. GG is called. Simon for Boreal Sports. Wins it and forces game number 7. Ace match tonight. All kill. Facepalm. Caster sounds bored. I like Dota. Caster sounds bored. If you came in at the beginning of the game, I understand what you mean. Because especially this kind of ZVP is ultra boring to cast in the beginning of the game, but it turns out to be really nice games every time. A few probes. I don't remember when I said that. Did I say a few probes? It should have been a few drones, I believe, when I said, when I talked about the Oracle sniping a few drones. It's possible I said probes. I do that all the time. Caster sounds bored. No, Caster sounds tired. Sounds really tired. There is a we're experiencing a snowstorm right now in Quebec. Not a massive snowstorm. A few inches of snow where I live. I live outside of Montreal. That Oracle push got like 10 drones, right? I believe it was 11. I believe. No, it was 11 kills. 11 kills, like 10 plus 1 queen. I don't know why I'm typing in chat. I mean, this guy is listening, obviously. So we're going to be playing on Overgrowth again, because these... Okay, so the managers of both teams have decided that we would reset the map pool and play whatever map I believe, yeah, was already played. Okay, so whatever. We're going to play on Overgrowth again, and it's going to be Aegis, I think. Yep, Mr. Aegis. For Miraculous Gaming, we're just waiting for the lobby to be opened up, and I just saw it open up, jumping in. There we go. It was really good. It was a really nice aggression. It was sick. And Simon really committed hard on the Hydras, but I don't know exactly why. I still think it's a lot of Hydras. I mean, if you would have went straight for Colossi and you had like 3 fully battle-ready Colossi when he pushed, it could have ended differently, I think. Do you do that Oracle push only when you know there's a fast third like this one? If I call it faster, I probably won. Yeah, it's. I mean, it would have ended differently. It would. We might still be in that game if you pull out the Colossus earlier. Okay. Oh, and I just saw Simon is currently in the Diamond League. I believe this could be a new account, because as you've seen, he's definitely not Diamond. Definitely not. And we are going in game number 7, ace match. Once again on Overgrowth, this is going to be a TVZ spawning in the top right corner, playing for Miraculous Gaming. He is our blue Terran here, Mr. Aegis. And his opponent, spawning as the red Zerg in the bottom left of Overgrowth, playing for Boreal Sports, it is Mr. Simon. Casting these Land Wars alone is both very fulfilling and very rough on the voice. So bear with me if I'm losing it Either way, this is the last game. I'm gonna give it all I've got. But let's see how our players are going to be handling this ace match. Hopefully both of these guys know what's the score. I mean, Simon has to know because he was told in the last game and he won it. So Aegis, yeah, go in for what should be a Reaper expand here. Very, very likely. But there is a spawning pool first from Simon. And was it a 14 pool? It was. It was a 14 pool here. Huh. Are we gonna see... We're gonna see an expand here, right? Huh. I really would like to see what you guys in chat have to say about this opener. Because I mean, there is a while ago, and by a while ago, I mean like 2 to 3 seasons ago, Reaper openers, and multiple Reaper openers, like 2 to 3, or even more, were so frequent that I started opening up spawning pool first to deny any possibility for my drones to be killed, for my expansions to be blocked, for my Zerglings to be, you know, using up all my APM and me messing up my macro just by defending the Reapers. It worked for a while, and then I just went back to hatch first because it's just really a lot better opener. The only thing I could see here is that Simon is preparing some kind of an all-in on one base, and this hatchery is just a faux hatchery that's going to be used for larvas only, and it's not going to be saturated. So let's see what happens here. Aegis scouts around, sees the gas, does not know about the expansion yet, and some of us are lagging right now. I don't know if it's me. Frisia is lagging. Ripperito, indeed. Meanwhile, we see Aegis. I'm just taking a peek at the minimap. There is, yeah, that's a factory you see right under the initial barracks, and a command center, 1/4 of the way done. That's been planted directly on the low ground. Okay, so I didn't want to... Okay, Jig, does he play often? I don't think he plays often. And I held back on saying this was Jig earlier ago, because... earlier ago? Okay, hang on, let me get some water here. Okay, as we're back into this game, I didn't know if he wanted to be recognized, especially because he's playing on a new account. But yeah, I was suspicious, and you guys seem to confirm. Jig, he used to be in the WCS Challenger League, 1, and 2, he was at some point 2nd in the Grandmaster League NA. He was top 16 for a good while, and then he stopped playing for a while. And I'm not sure it's out of boredom, just life happening, you know, school and such. But anyway, there is no confirmation that this guy actually is Jig. So I'm taking a look at chat right now, going, yeah, who do you think Jig is? He's Jig. The jig is up. Anyway, so Simon, because that's Simon we're talking about, is going for a lair, and that's an ultra fast lair. At 6 minutes, it's completed. So this is the... Oh my god. This is... Oh my god. I was gonna say this is the Jig build. Literally. I'm surprised he does a spine crawler here, though. He hasn't seen a whole bunch. There you go, Spire. Down at the earliest timing possible. I don't think there is a timing earlier than that you can achieve. Not in a safe fashion, at least. And Simon will move out, get a third here. 4 Hellions are on the field. No, make that 2 Hellions and 2 Reapers. Will come out and attempt to prevent this hatchery. And I do believe these 4 units out-damage the production HP increase of an hatchery. So we'll see about that in maybe just a few seconds. Is he gonna... Oh, he's not even gonna go there. Ooh, he's gonna be missing that info. Oh, darn. So anyway, Aegis here, going for the Banshees. Banshee number 1 is already out on the field. It's right here. And Cloaking Field will be completed once it reaches the main of Simon. And Simon knows about it. He saw everything. Probably saw the Banshee crossing here when it spawned. And this hatchery will have to get cancelled, especially now that the Banshee is here for the extra damage. Is there a Banshee in the main? No, that's not the second Banshee, that's the first one. Five Mutalisks on the way. Not quite getting more than that, and I'm surprised, because he's got enough gas. This Banshee won't even be able to cloak here. It'll get sniped. Third base will go back down again. Oh, it's already down. And that's going to be a false third. He's gonna make Aegis believe that he's still preventing this third. Meanwhile, he's getting one on the other spot. Mutas will come back instead of going to harass. And Simon here is just not going to commit to Mutas, it seems. He's got so much gas stockpiled. And not creating... Yeah, there you go. 6 Mutas being added on. Because he's getting a +1, but he still has only 5 Mutas. Wasn't able to do anything with it. And this real third here will get scouted eventually by Aegis, who is on the full retreat mode, getting losing Hellions here left and right to those Mutas. They'll get back home safely. And let's see, what do we have as anti-air here? Both mineral lines are pretty well defended, as well as the production here, but we're talking 3 Tors right now for Aegis, and +1/+1 melee and carapace, as well as metabolic boost, will be completed when this push occurs. This is the awesome alternate skill for Thors. It is awesome. You don't see that often anymore. So, Simon out on the map with what is now 13 Mutas, I believe. Yep, there you go. Getting a few shots off here, sniping a Muta. This base here will get denied. And Simon is switching it up. There's a Roach Warren on the way. Meanwhile, there's aggression in the natural here, suffering a lot of damage, pulling all the SCVs from the mineral line. Meanwhile, this third falls. Not a lot of drone kills by Aegis, though. Well, still 8 kills. That's reasonable. Reasonable enough. And still, Simon unable to get a third base. That's really going to be annoying for whatever follows. Aegis at 110 supply against the 91 now of Simon, but that's mostly those yeah, 17 roaches in production, which gets him up to 107. So roaches will be out on the field, but they won't have any oh my god, cancelled again?
Game paused.
As a pause is requested as a we're in the turning point of this game, literally. So Armageddon says in the chat, I just mass Roach right now and smash the Thors, which is, I believe, what Simon is attempting to do, but still on 2 bases. I'm not sure why he cancelled that hatchery. It was almost completed and wasn't anywhere near dying. I'm very surprised at what's happening right now. So Aegis standing at 131 supply. No anti-air with this army, and all the Hellions will fall. Except for these 2 ones that were a little behind. And This is what, like the fourth or fifth attempt at a third base by Simon. This is going to be very annoying. Oh, Yuda's run almost right over this gigantic pack of Thor. And with SCVs to repair them, this is going to be tough to break. +1 attack on these as well. Slow roaches are not going to cut it here. Even though Simon was able to even up the supplies, he's only harassing with mutas, and both of these armies just crossed? What is happening? I mean, there is no way Simon can fight with only half of his army here. And let's see this gigantic pack of Thors and Banshees as well. 3 Banshees? Is that? 2 Banshees and a Viking. That's it. So, yeah, these roaches successfully went through the map, avoided the Terran player's army. Oh my god, mutas stack on top of each other. That gives a lot of time to Simon, though. He's denying a lot of mining time as well, fighting in a pretty good spot here for the roaches, but loses all of the mutas, and that's really, really not gonna help his cause. Oh my goodness, 7 roaches only in production. What is happening? He doesn't have any, he doesn't have any larvae right now. No, without having a third, without having a fourth, and not even having a macro edge, he's just not able to spend this money and gas here, and which leaves Aegis ahead, still ahead after this push. Let's see, 13 workers killed for Simon. Harvesters is, yeah, 46 to 49 in favor of Aegis. Banshees putting a lot of aggression once again on this third. That will never finish. That will be denied once again. Aegis is really, really playing. He's really on top of his game right now. And he's looking pretty good, if you ask me, to take this game and the clan war. Remember, this is 3-3. This is our ace match. There's no other game after this one. Whoever wins this wins the thing. And there's no anti-air. Those Banshees have free range over the lair. Finally, a spore crawler finishes. Queen survives by a thread. And what do you do right now? You're Simon. You're back ahead in supply, but what do you have exactly? 53 roaches. Queen finally gets sniped. Let's see here the upgrades. +2 carapace, +1 attack only. Not even getting +2 attack right now. Simon is banking 1,000, 1,000. Lacks the larva, I believe. Doesn't have a lot of larva. He's supply blocked anyway. Tunneling clause is being researched, which is a nice attempt at surrounding this army. But still, we're talking about 12 Thors. 12 Thors will slowly start lacking upgrades as the game continues, but there's no anti-air, as I said. And 4 Banshees will just do whatever they want here. And, of course, if you're Simon in this position, you don't want to reveal your burrow. You don't want to reveal your tunneling clause either. You know if you burrow under the Banshees, you're going to get scanned. So you don't want to reveal that. And anyway, still 35 seconds before tunneling clause is over. Still, this third base got denied as well. And finally, Simon seems like, just as he seemed to be setting up this third, just got saturated. Gets a nice little engage here. Snipes a Thor. He cannot engage his whole army at the same time, and that's exactly what he does. Has a nice surround of these 2 to 3 Thors here. They're so powerful. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, roaches, burrowed roaches, get detected because of this missile turret. They have to get up and fight! They have to get up and fight if anything is going to happen. Meanwhile, Aegis is plowing through Simon's base, and this could be it. There's almost no units left for the Boreal Zerg player, and finally, those roaches are unburrowed and they're fighting. They're killing a lot of SCVs, but is it going to be enough? There's still this massive, what is this, like 10 Thors out here. There's a lot of anti-air that's going to be preventing the Banshees from killing all the roaches while they fight. But I mean, he could just kill the spores as well if Simon is not engaging. Some roaches survived. They'll be coming back. Maybe attempting to perform a final surround on this set of doors. If he has the right target firing, he could do it. Maybe he could do it. And is he gonna do it? The fight. It starts now. The surround attempt. All the roaches have to go to fight. And he does. Target firing has the perfect surround. There's no escape for these Thors. Is he going to do it? Both of these players on even supply still. 66 supply for Simon, 62 for Aegis, down to 2 bases though. Army supply is way in Simon's favor here, but there is a nice wall. There are three tanks and 1 Thor. I do not think Simon should attempt to break here. Once he gets shot by the tanks, he should fall back. And that's what he does. Exactly. Wow, this is a tense game. This is getting way more intense than what I thought it would be. Actually, Simon is on 1 mining base, which is also the case of Aegis. I mean, he's almost mined out at the natural as well. One of these players is going to have to take a 3rd pretty soon. Simon is rebuilding his natural, while Aegis is getting the low ground 3rd here, which is not getting scouted for now. So Aegis could get a nice... Oh my god, is he going to see it? He does. He's transforming this into a planetary fortress, but he's going to have to cancel it and lift it up. You cannot lose this base right now. Little aggression here by the Banshees. I think there's enough to kill here. 2 other mutas going to reinforce this. Maybe he can defend it. He can, indeed. Second Banshee will fall. Drones go back to work. And we've got a game, guys. We've got 2 Thors in production right now for Aegis, who still has to keep this nice balance between ground control and anti-air. I'm losing it. Oh. Simon gets a nice supply depot kill without getting shot. Gets shot right after, but it's not a big deal. They'll just heal up underground. Aegis, absolutely no vision whatsoever on the map. Doesn't know, well, he knows about this base, but he doesn't know about anything else. Does not know that this nice set of roaches is sitting in front of his base. And the name of the game here for Simon is going to be preventing Aegis from expanding. That's really everything he has to attempt. And once he's mined out, I mean, this is going to become winnable for Simon. Right now, though, Aegis is rebuilding his army. He's back ahead in army supply, 65 to 58. But once again, positioning here now that there are tanks will be key, because Simon cannot just go out and surround these stores. And oh my god, if he sees that, he could just engage through here. I think still on +1 attack only. Haha. Those roaches are seen. Oh, he has to micro them. Loses a couple. Not a big deal. Few mutas going out on the map. As this base here is starting to be really saturated, and Simon still not matching the economy of his Terran counterpart, but it's going to happen soon, because yeah, we're going to be back on 1 base here for each of our players. Oh my god, Blue Flame Hellions deals so much damage to these drones. He has to split them as much as possible, and he succeeds. This queen will be enough to defend it. Mutas come to help anyway. Meanwhile, Aegis has secured this 3rd, successfully changing it into a planetary fortress. So that's going to be... Oh my god, are we really heading into this? Oh my goodness. So yeah, we've got gas stockpiled for the Zerg player, which is... Yeah. It's a nice situation for him. Enduring locusts. So we're going to see swarm hosts Vikings here are probably going to drop. Not even. He's just using them for scout. And that puts us... Oh, scout and... Oh my god, these overlords. Oh, these OVs. Damn, that's unfortunate. There's nothing your roaches can do right now. Oh, it's got quite a few mutas on the field. Nice little micro here. Transfuse on the muta. Doesn't lose anything. Back to even supply. But there's this gigantic army here. 6 Thors, 8 tanks, and a few Hellions that... No, only 2 Hellions, so they're not really going to be a factor here. Let's see what happens as the engagement could have happened here. Aegis, aware that his opponent is out on the map. Anyway, there's a lot of creep spread coming from Simon. So, the Terran player here has to be cautious. Very, very cautious moving forward on this creep. Long range mining from the 4th. There's a command center that will go down. Still, both of these players rebuilding. They're giving us a really interesting ace match here. Remember, if you're just joining us, it is the ace match of this best of 7 clan war. Boreal 3, Miraculous Gaming 3. 43 harvesters to 25, and our Terran player here is going to attempt to take the gold. Nice little aggression attempt here by Simon. Aggression attempt. He succeeded. He brought the harvester count back to 36. And there is detection here, so you can't really do anything. There's an attack on the other side, though. Simon, Aegis is out of position a little bit here, but what can you do? What damage are you going to do? These units will never get out of there. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, there's another aggression at the 3rd. A lot of SCVs could fall here. But I mean, what are you denying here by attacking the natural? There's not even mining anymore. There's nothing to mine. There's absolutely nothing mining. Okay, yeah, he had zero minerals per minute for a long while. I mean, I guess that's a little win for Simon. I'm not really sure. He's denying a lot of stuff at the same time here, killing a lot of SCVs. That's 58 workers killed versus 56. Anyway, both players are doing an awesome job at that. But Harvester is down to 26. He was at 54 not long ago, Aegis, and now 25, still going. Going to try and get as many as possible. Meanwhile, Simon, as I said earlier, you always want the action to be on the other side of the map when you're a Zerg player, when you're any player, anyway. So, yeah, Simon, trying to remax. We haven't seen a single swarm host as of yet. Sending a little squad of roaches here for some aggression once again, but there is a missile threat here, so those roaches will get scouted. And mutas will also get denied. A much better position to do what he attempts to do right now, Aegis. Much better position than a few minutes ago. Oh, and Simon comes in. He's attempting to get it. There's a lot of tanks, though. Not quite sure about this one. Army supply way in favor of Aegis right now. 102 to what is 40... No, not 47. 74, that is. And 19 drones. This is... Huh. This is like all-inning on the economy side at this point. You just lost a whole bunch of army, and you're almost remaxing on drones. These aliens won't do a thing here. We'll get scouted, sniped. There we go. All right, Simon taking the gold as well. There's still 5 mutas sitting here. Could be landing some aggression on those refineries. There's Hive on the way. A few corruptors will come out on the field. Are we going to see... I mean, this could be an all-out switch on Broodlords, but I'm not sure. I mean, there are already 4 Vikings on the field. He knows that... Simon knows that Aegis has the ability to produce... Actually, he's still on... Still on 1 starport. Huh. Still on 1 starport, and Viking production has restarted. Indeed, it is a Greater Spire that's come in from Simon. And both of these guys will just sit back and enjoy the ride, I guess, until they're ready to move out. Which is, for Simon, not before he gets a critical amount of, a critical quantity of Broodlords. And Aegis, I mean, he just needs to max out, I think. Just needs to max out, get some more anti-air. He's got 8 Vikings, 7 Vikings now. And increasing, still producing. Simon, those few mutas here will kill an SCV and prevent the eventual 5th base of Aegis from going down. Meanwhile, this goal is getting saturated. We've got a few Corruptors already out on the field. Burrowed Roaches will go on a Spec Ops operation here to snipe SCVs and prevent that base once again. Oh my god, a few run-bys. Oh, he gets a lot of kills, a lot of drone kills here. That's gonna cost him 4 Hellions. That was totally worth it. Totally worth it. Still, Simon is ahead on Harvesters. Little aggression here works. Prevents the base from going down. He's got a Burrowed Roach still in position. I really like how he plays with that Tunneling Claws. He really made good use of that upgrade in this game. That's really cool. Really, really nice to see. So, once again, going all out. 5 Broodlords are in production. Fungal growth, pathogen glands for infestors is being researched as well. 10 drones, still. I mean, he's almost maxed out and he's still producing drones. 73 drones. So what this means at this point is that if Simon is to break this base or kill the army, that's basically game. Is that what it is? +1 Carapace for flying units is being researched. We're going to see some infestors, very likely. Stockpiling a little bit of gas here. Could get some... oh my god, he could get some Vipers. That would be awesome. Vipers for Blinding Clouds on top of the tanks here. Could be key for whatever is to come. We'll see how he handles it. Once again, very nice creep spread from Simon. He sees, well, pretty much the whole map at this point. There's a little gap on the right here that he doesn't see, but doesn't quite need to see it. There's no drop, there's no bio. Not really being a threat. And he's just attempting to go everywhere. Everywhere there is an SCV, you're gonna see him running with roaches. And Aegis is even building a wall of here. An incomplete command center. It's been a while since I've seen that. That's really cool. That's really nice. So, after 40 minutes, this marathon, we're finally reaching a point where both players are remaxing. It's unbelievable. I mean, we were so close from seeing the end of this game, and yet we are still in here. So let's see, both of our players. Let's take a look at what they have. We've got 4 mutas, 10 broodlords, 15 roaches, and 8 swarm hosts. A couple of corruptors. Oh my god, that money scan sees every single thing that Simon has. Wow. So, locusts being spawned. There we go. Meanwhile, Aegis is maxed out. Not a lot of, oh, I take it back. That's 12 Vikings, 10 Thors. He's got plenty enough of anti-air. And Simon I mean, yeah, he has to move. That's what I was gonna say. He needs those spore crawlers to even move with the broodlords. That's going to be a problem, and that's a worth engagement for Aegis right now. Only lost 3 Vikings, sniped 5 broodlords. That's a big engagement here. Splash damage hitting the Thors. Gotta be careful with that. Simon moving a little bit too far, losing almost every single broodlord he has. And that's going to be a problem. That's 12 corruptors in production, +3/+3 for Carapace and melee attacks. Meanwhile, there is an aggression here at the 5th, killing SCV, actually killing an auto turret. That's really interesting. Okay, we'll just ignore the auto turret and go back to killing SCVs, I guess, then. The whole army falls back. And no pressure is put through by the locusts and the swarm host. PDD gets taken down. And let's see. We don't have a lot of gas, though, for the Zerg player, so he's not going to be able to morph in a whole bunch of broodlords. Still morphs 6. Still thinks he can win with that, and I don't blame him. It's a really strong army against this kind of composition, but you need stuff to control the air, and that's what he has right here. Those 3 infestors, it's not a lot, but it's what he needs. 4 ravens are being produced, though, that will counteract kind of this little addition of the infestors. I mean, he's going to be able to drop the seeker missiles and just fall back. Fungals won't do anything about it. I feel like Simon is lacking Vipers right now. He's lacking mobility a lot and anti-air a lot. Tanks are just rolling straight up in the gold. Why the hell not? And yeah, they're gonna get killed. Newsflash. Needs to get rid of them, probably, to get more ravens. That's a really strong position here for Aegis, and I don't see this game finishing anytime soon, so go get something to drink, because this is a long hell of a marathon. We've got 11 broodlords again. Resetting position here. Are there still any... Oh, no units here. Oh, that's going to be big. He sees, though, with the creep spread, falling back with the... Oh, that's a nice fungal. Hits all of the Hellions for the cost of a fungal. And that's cool. But this goal is almost mined out. As is, yeah, the original 3rd and this 4th too. So, yeah, we're going to get in a... Oh, we have a fresh base here. Never mind. 4... No, that's 5 Thors. Moving out. Going to do some aggression here. Straight up. And I don't know. I mean, if there is one way he could lose this game, it's by doing that, I feel. Still, gets a snipe on the hatchery. Those Thors are +3. +3 attack. Nice little micro of the broodlings here to try and get a surround on the Thors. It works. Seeker missiles are put down. Careful, all of those units are stockpiled. They're all gonna fall to the Thors. Oh my goodness! He loses every single broodlord except these 2. I kind of overdid it, but still lost almost all of the broodlords. And what does he have left? That's 13 corruptors still on the field. Vipers here finally are what he's gonna need. Aegis 182 supply. He's not rebuilding the Thors, and this could be interesting. He's not rebuilding the Thors. Instead, he's adding on a lot of ravens. Once again, Zerglings out on the field for Simon. I'm not sure how I feel about this. +3 attack for +3 flyer attacks is complete in a few seconds. High sec auto tracking, which will of course increase the range of missile turrets and planetary fortresses, and I think auto turrets as well. Get over here! Siege tank falls. What are those? What are those doing there? Simon, no! Oh my god. And I don't know if he's going to realize. Yes, he does. Remakes for Hellions here. For Hellions. For Infestors. I was looking at these here. Those are the Hellions. And I think Aegis wanted to get rid of them, but then he saw the the Zerglings, and he's like, I might keep those. I might keep those. There's a lot of them. Where are they? Where are they? 24 Hellions. Man, that's more than I thought. But still, I guess they're pretty useful when you're defending against Locusts, but Locusts are only a part of this army. It's not a lot of stuff. So yeah, when I'll upload the VOD, there's gonna be 2 parts, like games 1 to 6 and game 7. Uh-oh, be careful. Seeker missiles all the way. Oh, and they're gonna get hit by the... Oh my god, the splash damage hits the Corruptors as well. Simon is back to no Broodlord territory. And this is a real big problem. What do you remax with at this point? Nice fungals landed, but there's not a lot to fight with here. Gotta avoid the splash damage. Oh. Okay, so there's... What can you do at this point? Not a lot. You fight the air. Okay, that's good. Blinding Cloud. That delays him a little, but what are you producing? Nothing! Simon is not maxed out. He's not producing anything at this point. He has to do something! Do something! Oh my god, so many larvas here! And he's getting destroyed! 11 more Corruptors. He still thinks he's gonna be able to win with the Broodlords, but there's nothing to defend them. They're... how many Vikings? 13, not Vikings, but 13 Ravens. 7 more Swarm Hosts, added to the 9 already on the field. He still has these burrowed infestors that can land some fungals. If he could hit all the hitting all the ravens here would be the money fungal, but I mean even with that, he's fighting them. PDDs dropped all over the place, and these auto turrets deal a lot of damage. They've got the turret building plating as well, so they've got 3 armor. And what do you do at this point? There's not a lot to do. You can't really go roaches. You can't go with anything. I mean, he's got an infinite auto turrets. Infinite auto turrets here by Aegis. Oh my goodness. And the fungal misses. Splash damage falls on the swarm hosts, killing 3 of them. And there's no anti-air static defense whatsoever anymore. This little Corruptor is very courageous, but I don't think it's gonna cut it. I really think Aegis is gonna take this one now. But still, I mean, oh my god, the Seeker missiles are launched! One of them is. And Simon down to 120, make that 115 supply. And GG is called after 54 minutes of a marathon. Oh my goodness. Good game, guys. Really nice. Aegis takes game number 7 and grants a 4-3 lead, a 4-3 win, rather, to Miraculous Gaming. Oh my god, I'm almost out of water. That was an insane clan war, and especially the last game. We've had a few good games in this clan war, but this last one really was worth it. Good games to both teams. Thank you to Boreal and to Miraculous Gaming as well for those very nice games. Of course, I invite you to check out our website, boreal.gg. We're running a pretty important campaign right now. If anybody from Miraculous Gaming is still online, you might not have seen that Quebec has been excluded from WCS competitions for. I mean, we understand the reason, but the laws that are being referred to are not applicable to the type of event that is competitive esports. So we are running hashtag Stop Quebec Exclusion on Twitter and Facebook. If you guys would really appreciate if you could hit Boreal the GG and just go and read it out. Just for your personal knowledge, there is no reason for Quebec to be excluded from esports competition. And yeah, it's why can't Quebec compete? It's a little bit complicated. Um, because gambling laws, and yeah, that's the thing, and that's what everyone says. There is a what, for real, it's not really that. It's a little bit more complicated. You can go and read it out, but it's I don't even know what's the name in English. Hang on. There is an office. Let's just call it an office of gambling, what you could call gambling, that regulates both gambling and publicity laws in move to Ontario. Facepalm. Yeah, move to Ontario. This is what everyone says, but it's all a big misunderstanding because those laws do not apply to anything competitive, and it's written black on white. It's not just declare you're from Ontario. That's a good plan, but then you win something and they send the check to your Quebec address and say, your caster is the most handsome. What the? Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, as I said, you declare you're from Ontario, then you win a thing, and you're banned from all tournaments or something like that, and then you because you lied to the that's not what you want to do. That's definitely not what you want to do. What we need to do is make the esports organization realize that that it's just wrong. It's just a wrong interpretation of Quebec's law. That's it. And it has, I believe, it has something to do with bad translation. Maybe. Anyway, thanks for listening to my whining. I did not plan to talk about this right now, so I was not really prepared. Thanks to whoever posted that Reddit link. Really appreciate it. That's not me. Okay. So we're gonna wrap things up. Nikki's ugly 2015. Blizzard has been doing this for years for Arizona and all that stuff for World of Warcraft. They fought for years and never got it. I don't know what's the... Thank you, Zerk. I don't know what's the problem in Arizona. It might be a similar thing. It might be some other stuff, but I know for sure. And from the letters we've exchanged, the people from Boreal exchanged with the that office of regulation in Quebec, it's really unnecessary to exclude Quebec since the law doesn't apply to esports or any competition, whether it's physical or intellectual or anything. Thank you, Leonie. Quebec exclusion. That's a direct link. I'm gonna keep that. I didn't even know. Good. Oh wow, the trolling is real. To change their laws, and that's the thing. The laws don't apply to that. Why would we change them? They're just misinterpreted. Anyway, we can talk about this all night long. We've been talking about it for years. So, guys, thank you for watching. if you are watching this on YouTube, you should definitely tune into the next stream. It's going to be Sunday evening, Sunday, February the 15th. If you've missed it, well, you can check out the VODs on YouTube for sure. We're going to be running a clan war at 9 p.m. Eastern.